and action.
Okay, so we're going to start with the first responder. So the first responder is the floor nurse. What's happened is the patient has pulled the call bell and she's going in to check on the patient. So presumptive COVID, but she's in droplet. So if you wouldn't mind putting your, thank you. Follow me, I'm going to be your dose.
So we're just playing human chess here.
So once we enter here, we're into the room. So she's going to stand here and check her patient like she normally would. The patient's not responding, so you would naturally call a code. Typically, she would start CPR, correct? But not in this case. So she's now going to leave, but you're going to stop here. You're going to actually properly doff, and you're going to be calling, we'll call it a mock. Mock code blue, mock code blue. So while you're doffing, your team, the 3 floor nurses are going to come. One is going to grab the crash cart. This is the crash cart. Who's the crash cart person? You are. So you're grabbing the crash cart. So you're bringing that. You're grabbing the PPE cart. So there's a PPE cart that has a level 4 gowns in it. You're going to bring that over here. You're going to have 2 nurses. You're still donning. Who is our, oh, there you are. You're coming over right away. You're the logistics officer. You're going to make sure that she's doffing appropriately with all the way that we taught you over there. And you are also now making sure that no one goes into the room until you have completely done your head to toe. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you can see how long this is taking. You're extra, so you guys can bring this all over here. You'd be rushing, and then you'd be putting your PPE on, okay?
So right now, don't put your PPE on. We're just, again, playing human chess and walking everybody through.
So now you have your PPE. You're grabbing the crash cart. She's coming out to dawn, or come out. You're done, and you're now going to re-dawn. And now you are going to get checked. So we'll have you go from a head to toe with her. You are donned.
Yeah. So you could just imagine here that you're going bouffant, overhead visor, covering the hair, face visor, N95. Did you do a seal check?
Seal check?
Yes. Gown is on tightly at the neck.
It's sealed.
Okay, and then gloves are on and tucked in. Yeah. And we'll do that in real life with PPE in a moment. Yeah. You don't need to do that on on everybody now. You can just say check and go in. Okay.
Okay, so she's going in. He's now helping Dawn. So now you're ready to go. You're ready to go back in. And then the floor nurse that's in there right now will start CPR.
All right.
You will come in. You are Dawn, so you will stand here as you're the backup. The team will start to arrive. You will put the pads on. There's oxygen here, so you can grab that. Sorry, I forgot about that. You can throw that on the patient quickly. It's a yep. You're still doing CPR. You're putting the pads on. The team arrives. So the priority is the team lead is to quickly get Dawn, so you can help Gary get him Dawn quickly.
I have a question.
Yes?
Is the non-breathable masks...
No questions now. No questions now. We're just filming.
Okay, so you come and you're quickly Dawn. Come on in. You're getting checked. Again, you're making sure no one comes in. You're the team lead. You're the airway, so come on in. We also have the RT that arrives and one of the ICU nurses. So you're still doing CPR. If you're tired, you can switch off with her. So 1, 2, 3, switch. Good job. The machine is on and we're waiting. So you're the team lead, so we'll have you stand over here. Once you come in the room, you will hold CPR and analyze the rhythm as you normally would. So we'd hold, stop, analyze the rhythm.
Rhythm check.
Rhythm is
VFib.
VFib. So we would go ahead and we would shock.
Okay.
And then resume CPR. And now airway is here, so you have your intubation tray. We're bringing in the glide scope. Can you pass the glide scope? Thank you. Yeah, so this would be your role, Susan. So we've forgotten something, so we can ask for it. You would grab it, the runner would give it to you. Good. You would pass it without touching. Good, you would grab it. Now you would go to the head of the bed. We'll have you on this side, that's fine. As soon as you guys are ready for intubation, you will announce it. At the same time, we have an ICU nurse coming. You're gonna actually man the cart. And Stephanie, you're gonna come over and you're gonna be the CPR. You are now a team. We also have one other ICU nurse that's supposed to come in. Yeah, you're gonna stand here after she checks you. And you are now going to chart and time when you come in. You can stand right here, okay? Once you guys are ready at the head of the bed, you're gonna announce, we're ready to intubate. The team lead, Jasper, you're gonna say, hold CPR. You guys are gonna switch. And now everyone is, they're all, and you'd be really ready. You'd have all your equipment ready. And then everyone's going to back away while you intubate.
All right.
So that you guys too, this is the safest position.
For the bottom.
So with the laryngoscope, with the glide scope, you're gonna
This is the
intubate.
glide scope.
Yep,
Looking in. I got my tube here.
tube would be there.
All right.
Awesome. Best intubation ever. You can put the tube actually in the mannequin's mouth if you
Okay,
want for
fine.
now.
You
Our
got
team
that
has
ready?
all the equipment
Yeah.
ready. So wait, so is there a syringe at the end of that? Okay,
There
so
is.
go ahead. So cuff up first. Cuff up as you're doing and then out. So now you have a sealed and then out.
And it's out.
Good, now you're holding the tube, making sure you know where it is at the teeth.
Uh-huh.
You're now gonna bag, you see bilateral chest movement, you have color change, so now we resume CPR with somebody new, and then we continue the code. Does that make sense? So every 2 minutes, you'll hold. Now let's say that we've been running this for 15 minutes, and you've decided that, in fact, the last one was asystole. You've now decided to call it, so how would you call it? Go ahead.
Okay, so everybody can, so I'd say asystole, we'll stop CPR at this point, check the rhythm. If it's asystole, we will just stop there and ask the room if anybody else has any other recommendations or suggestions, and if the team is on board, that's
Okay.
it.
So no one has any objections. And so now what we're doing in Emerge is they take sort of a 10-second sort of like no one says anything in respect for the person that has just passed. And then now we have to figure out who's coming out of the room first. So our thought process is these people that have been doing CPR, you're gonna be hot, sweaty, fogged probably. So now you guys need to get out of the room, but you're completely dawned. And we want you to do this safely. So again, this is the part where everyone wants to rush out, but in fact, this is the most important part, that you take the time to properly doff so you do not contaminate yourself and then go forth and contaminate others. So I'm gonna have you come up here. I'm gonna have you move away. So when you're gonna stay here, this is when the logistics officer here, you are now gonna read and instruct while she watches you. So I'm gonna have you turn this way. And you're gonna doff according to how she tells you to doff. You're not gonna do anything until she tells you first. And you're gonna be very clear when you say what you're gonna do. For the others, we just don't wanna hover when she's doffing. I don't wanna be standing here while she's taking her contaminated wear off. Does that make sense? Okay, so we'll hold it there. And now we're gonna break up and.
Hey,
Yes.
Paula, can you show them the hand thing as well?
Oh yeah, so while you're waiting, so what we've been finding is people have been like grabbing their masks, you know, they're hot, right? We want to just stand with our hands like this. And that'll keep us from sort of contaminating ourselves post-procedure. Make sense? Okay, okay. Great. I didn't mention Susan, sorry Susan.
That's okay.
Susan is completely donned, and her role is, she's in here, she's watching for breaches. Let's say that, Stephanie, you were like, I gotta tap out. She would come in for you and allow you to doff properly. So you always have that extra person. As well, let's say the team lead or the ICU nurse at the cart asks for a liter bolus and they don't have it. I can ask my runner, I need a liter bolus.
Okay.
Go get it, pass it to me. I would pass it into the room without touching someone to keep myself clean. And then, so I'm also passing things. So I tap out, I'm watching for breaches. Okay, that's the role. There should always be someone ready to go here. And we have our runner who is obvious. You're running for stuff and coming back. And you're the officer. You're making sure that these people, like when she comes out, they're doffing.
And if Susan has to go in, does somebody else replace her?
Someone has to replace
What's the
Caesar.
order?
So if you come out, you can potentially read Dawn, or if Gary's standing there, he may be like, I'll tap in and get ready. That's how we see it running. Does that sound good? Okay,
All right, ready?
ready. So let's